Afternoon. We are at them again. We're trying to catch these rascals. The gate was right here, and I've had 3 different nights that these hogs have showed up, and they sit at the back of this pen and just been there. Let's say for 30 minutes, milled around, all the fun stuff. But yeah, so we're trying to get readjusted. I swapped ends with the gate. I thought, well, if you're gonna go on the other side, then I'm gonna chase you down and go over there. So having a time with these little suckers. It's been a dry spout, I'm telling you. It's been kind of rough on old boy trying to catch some pigs. Trying to get my camera adjusted. I think just about see everything I need to see. We'll see what that does. We'll see if we can see. All right, yeah, that's what we're into though. Trying to make some adjustments here. You know, kind of halftime deal. You got to play first couple quarters, get your butt handed to you, and you go back, get to the drawing board, and draw a few new plays up, and talk about their weaknesses, and then hammer it to them and take the ball game. Well, that's the plan here. We got lots of hogs, lots of signs, and we've been, like I said, we've been seeing hogs. Here's a couple pictures of black, you know, there's dark and black pigs, everything else. You can kind of see what we got going on. But nothing but deer and coons coming into the trap. So we're going to put a new bag of corn in there, which there's corn in there already, but another bag won't hurt nothing. Get this thing up in there. All right, we're going to dump it in there. We're just going to dump it in there David Ellis style. We're just going to dump a pile in there and call it good. I had to put a strand or 2 of barbed wire in here. I got some cows. Trying to keep the cows out, but the pigs, like I said, I hadn't even been around here to it. To come in the gate, the deer will go in, they'll crawl under that barbed wire. Let me get this corn out. All right, that ought to get them. If they don't, this horny bush will. It'll draw some blood, check your blood sugar, that deal. But all right, okay, that's what we got going on. We got to get out of this drought. We're in a slump. I've never been in a hog trapping slump before, but I'm considering this a slump. It's been 3 weeks since we've had one of the old boys in here. So we'll see what happens. We'll watch it and go from there, and we'll talk about it later. All right, see y'all in a little bit. trailers. You know what that means? The struggle's been real, but I think we've gotten out of it. We're into them now. First drop of the year. It's January. Got deer season over with. We're at it again. Into the action. So better get up there and get ready to load some hogs. Now these hogs here, we're gonna keep all we can for consumption. We're gonna make sausage out of these. So there's gonna be a video or two about doing that. But yeah, back in the saddle. That's what I'm talking about. That CrossFit's a couple of hundred yards from that trap. So I think we stop this side of that cross fence and just walk up. I think we'll be okay. I'll probably hand you this camera and let you, if we go for a sneak up on him, that ought to be good enough right there. The deal is, once we shut the gate, there's been a boar that's been hanging around the outside of the trap. I don't know if he'll be there right now or not, but we're gonna sneak up there and see if we can't see if he's there.
Right there, standing right there in front of you, Jimmy.
Is he?
Yep. Hold yours.
He must have walked off. See anything around the trail. Right here.
Right here, Casey John.
Right here. Coming out everywhere. I forgot to say pull. I'm sorry.
That's a nice shot on that one.
Yeah, it was. I thought y'all was after the same one. No, there is another one.
I was up here on this one here.
I'll be that gum.
Yep.
That a gilt? Yep. Another sausage one. That's good. I thought this was the only one. I thought it was probably that boar I've been seeing coming out here. I guess they've been nesting right here. There's all kinds of poop.
Yep. They just waiting on them to get out.
So we can get back in.
Jimmy, you get that in there too, damn.
Yeah, he got that running. That's gonna be another old boar, ain't it? He may be small enough to make sausage out of, though. Jawbone right there of a little boar's tusk. Two tusk. Maybe that's these right here. Both those big ones are gilts. There's 10. Yeah, that one's got a bad leg. I've been seeing, she's been there the second or third day. Was that a gear man? Whoop.
Come over a little farther to the north.
Right there.
I don't mind. Get in there. That's where we want you anyway.
Kick it.
Come on, big girl. Shut her. Oh, keep your foot on that, Jimmy.
One's got a broke leg.
Yeah, she's got a injury. Hip, 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 hip. That's good, Jimmy. Catch them and shut her up. We'll run them to the front. That'll work. Hip, 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 hip. Hip, 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 hip. Hip, 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 hip. Hip, 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 hip. Hip, 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 hip. Go ahead, Jimmy. You got him. There you go. Hip, hip, hip. Hip. He's a little crippled too. Hip. Hip. Hip, hip, hip.
This ain't the bunch I seen the other day. All them I seen the other day were solid black.
It's got some gray in them.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, big. Jimmy, you're going to have to get in there and get this one.
Hip, 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 hip. Into the ring, we've got 6'5", 225 pounds, Casey Don. And the loser is going to be about a 4-month-old Sholt. We ought to be shooting them cranes over there for supper. They're coming down over there. Right over here, the trees. Down here in the tree.
Yeah.
I never had one. They always say it's the ribeye in the sky.
Well, I tried one time.
It wasn't a ribeye?
No. I think it's all in the home how to cook them.
I'm gonna get my phone, check my camera, make sure it's not out of kilter.
How are we gonna do this?
What's that? Oh, we'll put them over here on the side.
Kill you.
Well, new countertop needs a little bit of flavor. I'll tell her it's Brazilian cherry. I think I need me a piece of 1-inch galvanized tubing. It's got a foot deal right here. It's 8 foot long. Because where this is, it's got a good view of the gate and everything, but I can't see
back here.
And there, I know there was 2 back here when I shut the gate, but that's just because I've been watching so long.
Right.
But it's one of the deals. I wake up at 2 in the morning. God dang.
Right.
And not that it matters, but I gotta work. Morning, welcome to your Sunday morning wild hog market report. Golly, it's been a while, seems like, since we put something up, but a lot of things have been going on. Of course, I've got the stuff with my daughter and the FFA and showing. The show season is kicking off, so we got some majors coming up, so there could be some hit and miss go on for the next month and a half, but we will do our best to get something put out. I've had a lot of compliments on the Sunday morning wild hog market report. I know people have kind of been missing it. I have too, but just between lack of time and the cooperation of the hogs not panning out, just haven't been able to get much out. Plus Christmas, I mean, it's just been a busy thing. But like I said, it'll probably be hit and miss for the next few months, couple of months, and then hopefully we'll be right back in a swing of things. So, but there will be one next weekend for sure, and then hopefully we can you know, take off of that. So let's get but let's get back to the meat of things here. This will be your weather forecast for the North Texas and surrounding areas, mainly northern Montague County, Texas. Starting today, Sunday, we got mostly sunny, breezy, highs in the upper 60s, south winds 10 to 20 mile an hour. We could have some gusts a little bit heavier than that. Tonight will be low of 46, so don't worry about your tomato plants yet. I hope some of y'all are getting your gardens ready, because onion season's coming up pretty quick. Anyway, Monday, January 16th, it's 73 degrees for your high, 50 for your low. I tell you what, this is patio weather. Tuesday, 72. Gonna have a westerly wind for 5 miles an hour, which means something might be fixing to happen. 51 for the low that night, and a 40% chance of participation from the precipitation. So Wednesday morning, you might wake up and still have a few showers around. The high is gonna be 67 though for that day. The low that night is gonna be 37, a little bit cooler. But for Thursday, we got a 56 for your high, be a low of 38. Friday, 61, low of 41. You're singing my song now. Saturday, 54, low of 33. There's not any chance of any kind of winter precipitation, but there is some models showing we could have some rain coming in here on Saturday and Sunday. Things are still a little bit confused yet. The commercial seller guys, they're not saying a whole lot. The amateurs that are on Facebook, they're talking about it some. The apps even are talking about it some. So who knows? We'll see, and then we'll talk about it Sunday, which will be your high of 55, low of 36, and from there on, from Monday, well, you'll just have to find out about Monday on your Sunday morning wild hog market report next weekend. But not a whole lot going on for the next 10 days, 12 days. I suspect there's going to be some changes coming in. Definitely need a little shot of participation from the precipitation. Things are getting dry. When these winds start kicking up and these things start changing, you know, it's when these grass fires and all that. We do have quite a bit of grass on the ground, then it's dead, and when they get the low humidity days, it makes those volunteer fire departments have to work a little harder. Way fuel prices are and stuff like that, it doesn't hurt to donate a little bit when you get a chance to the volunteer fire departments, a little money, so they can keep wheels and tires and gas on the trucks. Water's not a problem yet. So we'll switch gears from that. I'll tell you what, today's the final day of the rifle season for those guys that are still trying to get that last doe or spike buck. The major feed will be, well, you ought to be in the stand right now, 5:42 a.m. to 7:42 a.m. and then late this evening be a good time to go. Major starts at 6:05, so you know, if you're there about 3:30, 3:45 in the blind, you got a good shot at getting that last minute freezer stuffer. So You're fishing. Let's see what the fishing looks like the next couple of days. Oh, we just missed the major. It's, of course, about like the deer. It's going on right now. So if you're out there fishing right now, you ought to have a crappie on the end of the line. It'll be a minor around noon. I like to eat around noon. And then it'll go back up to 60. Around 6 o'clock, you're going to have another chance. 55% day, which is not a bad day for fishing. Monday's not a good day at all for fishing. It's poor, 14% of it being a good day for you. But your major's at 8 a.m. and it's going to be at 8 p.m. also. But yeah, other than that, we have some hogs come in. We did not take this group to the sale. This is going to be for consumption. There will be some videos coming up on our own part. We're going to plan on making probably 100, 200 pounds of some breakfast sausage, some smoked sausage, a couple different things. So be watching for those videos coming up. Market's changed a little bit. It hasn't really been in the good part. They have been kind of picky on what we've been bringing them. But the latest market is your 40 to 49 pound hogs going to be $12 each. 50 to 59 pound hogs going to be $14 each. 60 to 69 pound hogs going to be $18 each. And then starting at 70 to 100 pound hogs are bringing 15 cents a pound, which is it's just down about, what was it, down about 10 cents. And then 101 and up is 25 cents. All right, and then it changes right here. The male only 70 to 99 pounds are bringing 30 cents. See, that's where they changed it on us. The 100 to 159 pounds are bringing 40 cents, and 160 pounds and up is bringing 45 cents. One time, about a month ago, we were bringing 50, 60 cents for that 160 pound hog and up. So the market has changed a little bit. There has been an influx of hogs coming into the market. That does change it some, of course, supply and demand. You know how that goes. You know, it's been good to finally get some hogs. And like I said, we'll have another wild hog market report for next Sunday morning. We had a time with that batch. Those pigs there, we completely disassembled the trap around them to try to get them in. They would not go into the trailer. So the final 3 anyway. So that was a little bit difficult and some frustration, but you know, we're not here to harm the animals. They are going to a processor. So, you know, but it is for human consumption. We are just trying to limit the damage that's being done and try to limit the amount of harassment that we do to them to get them to the processor, to be as humane as possible. That's the end goal for us that's doing this. So just been busy. You can check, you know, on our Facebook. You can see some of the pictures where the daughter did pretty well with one of our show hogs. The market hog brought reserve champion in the Hampshire division. Our breeding gilt has come down with an injury towards the last month before the show, and we just was never able to get that shaken out of her. She had a little wobble to her walk, and it just seemed to get worse the more weight we put on her and getting her show ready, and it just did not pan out good for us. The judge commented how well the hog looked. He just couldn't get past the wobble in her walk. And I fully understand that. It's not fair to a kid that has a pig that looks okay and walks good. So, you know, a disappointment on our part, but we kind of saw the writing on the wall, you know, beforehand. So, but anyway, I like to congratulate those kids that did well, and mainly the ones that just put in the effort on these animals. You know, you hear a lot of people talk about their kids, you know, not wanting to go outside and play and do things like that. Man, get them interested in the 4-H and FFA. It has been a good thing for mine and my daughter's relationship. We had a great relationship prior to it, but I feel like that us going and work on these animals, get them show ready, feeding and doing all it together, it just gets you that much more time with them, and it definitely gave us more time together to do that stuff. So, you know, it's really enjoyable to watch them work the animals and do all the stuff that goes along with it. So anyway, check it out. Go to, you know, they got websites for HFFA. They got local chapters. If your kid has any interest in animals, I think they'll enjoy it, and you will too, I promise you. So other than that, that's it. Thanks for being patient with us. We'll don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and like and share. We greatly appreciate it. It means it doesn't cost you anything, and it means a whole lot to us. Other than that, we'll see you next Sunday for sure. So things get tough, don't forget to lock them hubs in. Stay hydrated, stay safe, and we'll see you on the next one. Thank you.